Sagittarius. This is Tracy from Northeast Tarot, and welcome to your April 2019 monthly tarot forecast. This is for Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, and Sagittarius Rising signs. Okay, so there is, interesting, Six of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and Temperance. Temperance does represent your sign, Sag. Seven of Wands, Six of Pentacles. Maybe some of you have had to maybe defend yourself or stand up for yourself or stand up for something that you want or that you're passionate about. Here we have help coming in. For me, Six of Pentacles can speak about some sort of help or some sort of assistance that's coming in for you. So for some of you, this could be taking place right now. As I'm filming this, this could be at the end of March. Or it's coming in here in April. So if you've had to really stand your ground, Sag, with someone or something, maybe even fight for what it is that you want, there is going to be some sort of help that's coming in for you. So just know that. All right, so I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot deck for this reading. I'm also pulling you an additional guidance card from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins Oracle deck. And then I also will be pulling you a health and well-being oracle and then a love and relationship oracle. All right, so lots of cards just flipping right out for you, as you can see here, Sag. So lots of messages for you here for April. Four of Pentacles, the High Priestess. Some of you need to listen to your intuition. It might be incredibly strong here. Again, I'm not sure if I mentioned with Temperance, but I always say that Temperance for me is a powerful spiritual and healing energy. So you definitely have that spiritual energy here around you, that spiritual help that's coming in. So maybe some of you, again, Seven of Wands, you know, maybe you've had to fight for something that you want, or you've had to be incredibly strong and not back down when it comes to something. And so you have this spiritual energy around you here in April with the High Priestess, needing to listen to your intuition, but also Four of Pentacles, maybe needing to stay open-minded. Five of Pentacles, so this could be something on the job front or something financial with the Five of Pentacles here. Feeling challenged or feeling like there's no help that's available, but that Six of Pentacles represents help that is available. It is coming in for you. So very interesting, Sag. Let's see here what you have coming up. Interesting. So the overall energy for you guys, Three of Pentacles. All right, Three of Pentacles for me is a worker energy. It's a builder energy. This person is building, creating, working very hard, enjoying the work that they're doing, focusing on the details. It can even speak about teamwork. So for many of you, that's what you're doing here. In April, you're working on something. Now, it could be something you're passionate about. You know, we had that Seven of Wands, so maybe something you had to fight for, something that you're very passionate about. Now, you could be working on a team. There could be someone that you're working with, or we know that you have help that's coming in, Sag, here in April. So there could be someone that's coming in that you're going to be working with, and you're going to work well together. So this person could be coming in. You do have some earth energy here, Sag, so they could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. You definitely have earth energy here in this spread. So some of you that I'm reading for, you might be an earth sign. Others, you know, maybe you have this earth energy that's coming in that's going to help you. Now, we do have the Magician here. So what's needed? We know that you're building, you're working very hard, you're very, very focused on something that you're working on. If you don't work for a living, you might be working on a house, working on a project. There could be something else that you're investing time and energy into. With the King of Pentacles, anything in the physical material realm. So again, you could be working on a home. You could be working on something that's going to bring in that money or that abundance. What's needed though with the Magician is maybe having confidence, believing in yourself. Also maybe being resourceful, getting creative here with the Magician in this position, needing to use those resources that you have available to you, because you do have resources and you do already have everything you need to be successful. For some of you, that's the challenge though, is maybe using those tools or believing in yourself. The Magician is incredibly confident. He's someone who feels empowered. So that's what's needed, is maybe even taking back your power, you know, taking matters into your own hands here, using those resources that you have available to you. At your foundation, I have the Empress. So I could be reading for some Sag women. You know, the Empress is, for me, she can be a mother, but she doesn't have to be. She can be the mothering kind. She can be someone who's very nurturing, but she also can be that businesswoman, someone who's worked very hard. She has a lot to show for herself. You know, she's made it. She's made it in life. She's successful. So I'm reading for some Sages that, you know, you're doing very well. Oftentimes, you know, with the Empress, she's a beautiful woman, yes, and she does overall speak about abundance, but sometimes I see her as a woman who she's made it because, you know, she's someone who's incredibly strong. She made it because she believed in herself. She, you know, didn't back down. And due to her strength and her efforts, you know, is the reason, you know, why she's so successful. She's someone who, you know, believed in herself. And so we have some females here that I'm reading for, definitely. And I think that, you know, this is you working very hard. And I think that some of you, you're in a good place, but I think that here in April, you're going to just have more success and more abundance that's going to be coming to you. And it's because you're a hard worker, Sag. Now, other Sages, you know, you might have a woman who's like that in your life. There could be a woman that is significant. We do have the Knight of Pentacles in the recent past, which energetically speaking, this can represent that slow but steady progress. So some of you, you know, you've been maybe very patient. Maybe you've been making that progress very slowly. Here, things could have been moving forward very slowly for you. Other Sages, this could be a financial opportunity, an offer that came through for you in the recent past, and that could be why you're working so hard here. So some of you maybe had an opportunity that came in, or you could have heard something here in the recent past, and that's why we see you maybe working so hard here. And then also crowning you, we have the Fool, which this is where your mind is at, Sag. You're focused on new beginnings. For some of you, this is what you're working towards. Some of you are working very hard, maybe in regards to being able to move in a new direction here with the Fool, thinking about moving forward, thinking about maybe taking a leap of faith. Maybe some of you are going to be starting a business here or changing jobs, but definitely focused on moving forward here down a new path. And overall, you know, the Fool is someone who's just very excited and optimistic. He has a lot of faith. And so, you know, I really like your energy here right at the start of the month, Sag. This is very optimistic, which normally Sages are very, very optimistic. So this is, you know, this is going to serve you well, this energy. Coming up here around the second week in the near future, we do have the Hierophant. So for some of you, a business, a company could be very significant here at this time. An organization could be significant, even documents, things like that. Some of you could be getting organized here at this time. In April, this is around the second week, which could absolutely be like some of you may be handling a lot of documents. If you're someone who didn't do their taxes, you know, at the beginning of tax season, you know, here it's around the second week, so it's coming to a close. So some of you maybe you're getting paperwork, documents, things like that in order. But again, I mentioned that there's some earth energy here. So some of you, the sign of Taurus or Virgo, that's really what I'm getting the most here. So Taurus, Virgo, could be significant at this time. You also, Sag, might have Earth in your chart. What's good though is in the position of your power, we do have the Queen of Rods. So you're coming up in your element, and this is energy around the second, third week. So no matter if you're male or female, very optimistic. I view the Queen of Rods as someone who's very, very optimistic. So I really, again, I like your energy here. I think that, you know, for many of you, you're definitely very focused on new beginnings. Some of you are in that kind of business state of mind, you know, just working very hard, very focused. And so if that's your goal, Sag, was to just bring in more abundance, or bring in new opportunities, you know, you have some very, very positive energies here to do that. Queen of Rods is a multitasker. She can handle, you know, multiple projects at once. Very optimistic, lively, passionate, and creative energy. So around the third week, you know, if you had like a creative block, you know, at the start of the month, you might be opening up here more at this time. The energy just might be, you know, right for it here at this time. So you could see yourself very creative here at this time. Also handling multiple things going on at once. In the position of how those around you, friends, family, how they're viewing you, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So successful. Nine of Pentacles along with this Empress energy. This is someone who's just very successful. Someone who's worked incredibly hard to be, you know, where they're at this moment. This is someone who's successful, financially secure. And if you haven't been, Sag, if you've been dealing with like some financial challenges, you know, you've overcome them. We see you working very, very hard. Maybe some of you, you know, you're changing jobs, or maybe you're starting a business here, but your hard work is paying off and you have more money. You have abundance coming in for you here in April. So some of you, this is, you know, I feel like you're already here and you just have more abundance that's coming in. Others, this is what you're, you know, working towards. This is what you're manifesting. And then in the hopes and fears, I have the Hermit, which can represent enlightenment. Maybe some of you are waiting on news or waiting on information or clarity with something here, waiting on hearing something. Again, a Virgo person could be significant, maybe waiting on hearing from a Virgo. For other Sagittarius, if you've been working very hard, because I feel like for many of you, you are, you know, you might need a break at some point. You might be hoping for a break here with the Hermit energy. He can speak about that solitude. And so maybe some of you, that's what you want. Maybe that's what's needed at some point here in April, going off and spending some time alone. What's interesting though, Sag, is energy that you're leaving the month of April with. Going into May, we have the Five of Swords. So this is not automatically negative. I just want to, you know, say that. Five of Swords can represent several different things. If you've been dealing with a slower moving energy and something's been, you know, progressing very slowly, this could be a more aggressive approach that you're taking. The Five of Swords for me can be someone who's, you know, someone who wants to win, someone who is taking on a more aggressive approach here. So some of you, this could be a more aggressive approach that you're taking here at this time. But we will clarify this. The Five of Swords can speak about feeling defeated, conflicts, challenges. So let's look a little bit closer at this here. We will clarify this Five of Swords. Looking at the Five of Swords, energy that Sag is leaving April with. Let's take a look at this Five of Swords. All right, so here's the Ace of Swords, wants to come out. There's the Queen of Rods, Sag. So Queen of Rods twice. So I think you're coming up very much in your element. There could be some Sages that maybe you're dealing with someone who, you know, you could be dealing with a group or dealing with someone that, you know, this person might be a little tricky, or the situation might be a little tricky here. I'm going to stick these back in. Ace of Swords, though, you might be using the sword. You could be severing ties. You could be giving someone an ultimatum with this energy here. You could be putting your foot down. You might be speaking your truth here with that Ace of Swords. Very, very interesting. But I feel like, you know, you're coming up very much in your element. So I think that, you know, you're doing what you have to do. You're taking care of things on your end. Maybe you're dealing with someone who isn't on their end. So let's see. Again, Three of Pentacles can speak about teamwork. So let's see here. There's the Empress again. Very interesting. All right, so we have the Empress, the High Priestess, and the King of Pentacles. So this King of Pentacles, again, there's an earth energy here. Maybe for some of you, this is your boss or this is your business partner. High Priestess can represent secrets, mysteries. So maybe that's what you're feeling challenged about. That could be what you're maybe hoping for clarity or enlightenment in regards to, because we have the Hermit in the hopes and fears position. So some of you are wanting maybe answers. Maybe you feel as though someone's hiding something from you. And this King of Pentacles could be your husband, your boss, an earth energy that you're dealing with. Maybe you feel as though they're hiding something, or maybe they feel as though you're hiding something with the High Priestess energy. But I would say with all business deals, Sag, with any sort of business deals, needing to listen to your intuition. Also, if you feel the need to speak to an attorney, to just seek counsel, advice from someone who maybe has a lot of, you know, experience with this matter, then do that. Really needing to listen to your intuition here. And I believe that came up in one of the weeklies that I just did for you recently. You know, some of the advice that I gave you was to not sign anything. So here, this is at the end of April, this Five of Swords. It's not the same energy, but, you know, just make sure that you're, you know, paying attention to the details. Really listen to your intuition at this time. Let's pull you an overall additional guidance card. I think it's going to be a good month for you, Sag. I really do. And I think that some of you have been dealing with slower moving energy. So this will be like a more aggressive approach that you're taking here at this time. The High Priestess can be someone who's very passive. And so maybe you're a Sag who's been, you know, very patient with someone. You've been very kind of passive. You've maybe been ignoring something. And you might be, with this energy, sick of ignoring it. You might be confronting something head on here. So very, very interesting. Let's focus on health and well-being. This is the Archangel Raphael Healing Oracle deck. Sagittarius. Looking at April. What else does Sag need to know? Okay. Interesting. Okay. And then focusing on love and relationships. As always, Sag, over on Vimeo, I do have the Love Tarot forecast for the month of April, though. So if that's something that interests you, head on over there and check those out. That link is below. All right, focusing. There we go. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so the overall additional guidance card that I have for you is a new dawn. The worst is now behind you, and positive new experiences are on the horizon. So with this deck, this is actually a card that I don't see too often, Sag. It's a beautiful confirmation, though. We have the Fool crowning you. So, you know, many of you, this is what you're focused on here in April. This is what you want. And this is confirming that you do have a new beginning that's coming in for you. This is confirming the worst is now behind you. Positive new experiences are on the horizon. And then Focusing on health and well-being, we have forgiveness heals. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, I am willing to forgive myself and others in exchange for what I really want, peace and health. So interesting. Interesting. So for some of you, this might be a priority. You know, you went through maybe a difficult time previously. You know, maybe you just want a new start, a fresh start, a new start. You just want maybe peace and quiet, no drama. You know, for some of you, you just want to move forward down a new path here. And I think that this is, you know, the direction that you're moving in and what it is that you're manifesting, Sag. I think that's exactly, you know, how you're going to feel. It's definitely more peaceful. You know, you might have went through what you went through. It could have been a learning experience, but I think that, you know, here, because we also have free yourself, some of you are freeing yourself from like a negative environment, maybe a negative relationship. I feel like you're moving forward in a very positive direction here. Focusing on love life, we have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. And so some of you are doing that. You know, you're moving out of maybe a difficult cycle. Some of you maybe are forgiving. Sometimes, you know, forgiveness just helps you to be able to move forward. It doesn't mean that, you know, you're forgiving someone and getting back together. Some of you could be forgiving yourself, forgiving others, just letting it all go so you can move forward, so you can heal. Some of you, this is what's needed though, is maybe taking back your power, taking back your control. And I mentioned something like that, you know, with the Magician in this position. For some of you, that's what's needed, is feeling empowered, maybe taking back your power. But, you know, letting go of that, that's no longer serving you. All right, Sag. So I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. If you are interested in having a private reading with me, please check out northeasttarot.com. I want to wish you guys a great month. Take care.